Hey there, friendlies, how's up? It is the 31st of December, 2021, and I'm going to do a video that I was pretty solidly against doing this year. I'm going to do a Whiskey of the Year video. The reason I didn't really want to do it is because I feel this channel has been active for a year-ish. My first video went up on the 6th of December, 2020, so it was my year anniversary, I guess, would have been the 6th of December. I totally spaced it. I was going to do something to mark that, but I forgot. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to sort of go over the last year of this channel's growth and stuff. Go over some of the bottles I've finished. This is going to be like a real sort of seat of the pants video. Shoot it, minimal editing on my phone, and get it up. The reason is that, as you guys know, I'm having some trouble with my editing machine, and every time it quits on me while I'm in the middle of an edit, it destroys the library. So, like, for instance, I lost the neck pour video on this guy here, this Bareface 7-year Canadian whiskey. So I'm not even going to shoot a shoulder pour, because the motif of the channel is to shoot a neck pour, then shoot a shoulder pour after I've had some time with the whiskey, like a few months. And I've lost 7 shoulder pour videos. Anyways, I don't want to beat that horse back to life or anything. I want to get on with celebrating what I can about the year. One whiskey I discovered through this channel and will absolutely just keep buying is this guy here. I'm on my second bottle of this now. This was the first whiskey I did. It sparked a period of whiskey experimentation, which I'm still solidly embarked on, because I used to pretty much only do peated. My gateway whiskey was Lagavulin 16. My palate has very much expanded over the past year. What's in the glass? I'm going to show you. That was a real eye-opener for me, and it expanded what I was going to buy from that point on. This I did not review. It's got like a medal from some blah 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 silver medal, but I don't care. This is a very typically Canadian whiskey. I've gone through, I think, 2 bottles of it, and it's a good one to have around if people come over like, hey, do you like whiskey? I don't know, what do you got? Well, this is a 42%, very sweet, caramelly. It says here, slightly filtered may contain deposits, which I believe is maybe a translation that it's unchill filtered. It's innocuous. It's definitely nowhere near the top of my list, but it's one that I don't mind having around for when people come over. So this is the Rosemont Whiskey de Montréal. My favorite independent bottler is the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society, but that's because I haven't really explored a whole lot of independent bottlers. But these guys have yet to let me down. Champagne and Roses, this is sort of a light, floral, sprightly kind of thing. Very different territory than I'm used to. I've come around to wanting heavily peated whiskeys in the winter and something a little lighter in the summer. Now, that being said, this is Salt and Vinegar Kelp. Okay, this is a 10-year. I don't remember which distillery it is. It's 53.266. I'll drop that on the screen somewhere. And this was absolutely exquisite. The problem with these guys is, if you don't buy 2 bottles, then you can never have it again once the bottle's finished. It still hurts me that I didn't buy 2 bottles of this, but that would have been like a $450 purchase. Ardbeg Wee Beastie. I know reports were uneven about this, but I thought it was a terrific bottle. I would buy this again, absolutely. This is the Gooderham & Worts 49 Wellington. This was very surprising. This I would buy again. Unfortunately, I can't. It was a limited release. They say it's a unique 4-grain blend with red winter wheat. Okay, great. 49% alcohol, 19 years. Just terrific juice. This would absolutely be in my top 5 for Whiskey of the Year. Like, let's say that's a runner-up right there. It hurts me that I can't get this again. Lechick 10. Really terrific. Absolutely terrific. I bought it not knowing a damn thing about Lechick, and I would definitely get this again. Now, funny thing though, I kind of ruined it because when I bought this on this bottle, it says Leche 10 right there, and then I don't know if this is going to be in focus, but it says aged 12 years, unchill filtered on the side. So I pinged them on Instagram and said, what's up with that? And they said, oops. And now that mistake is no longer on the label. It's too bad. I love it when you find little errors like that and stuff. This was terrific too. My experience with Irish whiskey is very, very light. And I was shy to buy Irish whiskey because of, you know, Jameson's, Bushmills and all that crap. But I'm glad I bought this. I'm very interested in this distillery now. Absolutely. So, like, a couple of standouts. Well, here's a couple of stuff I wouldn't necessarily buy again. This Old Pulteney that I bought as my Christmas malt. It's good. It's a very good malt, but I feel no need to buy another one. If I hadn't tried so many really good malts, maybe I would buy it again. This Edredauer 10, this is the distillery edition, okay? This isn't the cask strength or whatever. Like, there's one that's way more high octane. I feel let down by this one because the flavors are really good. But at 40%, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of body to it. Stuff I would absolutely buy again would be... This is also a runner-up for Whiskey of the Year for me because I have long been sherry averse, shall we say. It took me forever to become friends with sherried whiskeys. As I said, when I started this channel, my palate just started opening up and I became much, much friendlier with sherried whiskeys. But man, this one, this... I'll buy this again, like in a Montreal minute, if I ever see it again. The supply in this province is horrible, but that is a very solid contender for Whiskey of the Year for me. No age statement, but I don't care. So good. 55.8%, so that's a cask strength. No chill filtering, natural color. The taste is terrific. The nose is fabulous. Yes, absolutely. I think I'd buy this again. This is the Deanston Virgin Oak. Now, this is the only Deanston that the SAQ sells. So, you guys who are getting like the Deanston 18 and all that, I would love to know what you guys are tasting. But this is another one that I thought it was really good at first, and then I kind of forgot about it. It sat in the back of the rack. And one day, I sort of, forgot about that. And so I took it out, and I really like it. There's a creaminess to it that I would not expect from Virgin Oak. Always got to have an Ugadal in the rack. Let's talk about some of like the best whiskeys I've had this year, okay? I already mentioned that sherried Arran. Boom. This Shelter Point 10-year cask strength. There's another contender for Whiskey of the Year. Absolutely terrific juice. I'm so lucky that I bought one. I wish I'd bought two. I guess my favorite world whiskey would have to be this Armoric Trio Goes. This is Breton. It's very, very good. It's a very different peated experience than I'm used to with like an Isla Malt or whatever. Really good, but I think this High Coast Timor takes the crown. I would absolutely buy this again. I cannot buy the Trio Goes again because it was limited, which is too bad. But this absolutely, and based on this, I want to try the I don't remember the name. Sorry guys, it's late and I just want to be in bed. But I want to dive way harder into the High Coast stuff. So many good things, and there's so many bottles I haven't even opened yet. Like this Loch Lomond 12-year, I haven't opened it yet. Here's the Waterford Gaia 1.1, which I tasted in an actual tasting. So I'm kind of not in a hurry to do that, but that's a great bottle. Anok Pete Hart, just waiting to go here. I have an Ardbeg Ano waiting to go here. I've never had the Ano. I'm still pissed off about this bottle. Okay. Here's my Whiskey of the Year. There. The Glenlivet Najura. the first fill series. This is not my favorite whiskey of the year, okay? So why am I calling that my whiskey of the year? This whiskey shows me that the jadedness with which I see those big ticket, heavily marketed, kind of middle of the road, overperforming in marketing, kind of underperforming in taste and experience, all those whiskeys, every now and again they do it right. And this one's done right. And if they can do it right once, then maybe someone like Lagavulin or Beaumont will make a really classy integrity bottling. This was such a revelation. Unchill filtered, uncolored, 59.1% alcohol, okay? They have messed it up by not saying natural color on the box or the bottle, but this is what whiskey should be. They did it right, and I don't expect that from this kind of a whiskey maker. So that's why this is my whiskey of the year, because it's a ray of hope that these industrial brands can do something really right, can do something to make a whiskey anorak, as Ralphie would call us, like me, happy. Guys like this I expect to make me happy, because we're talking passion here. So many of these brands are smaller brands, and they're making terrific juice. Guys like this are working at industrial levels, and they're making juice that is globally attractive rather than really like whiskey geek friendly. So just all warm and fuzzy over this one. So that's my whiskey of the year for 2021. That's my biggest revelation of the year. I still can't believe I bought a Glenlivet. And as for what I'm drinking right here, I have just bottled down the Whiskey in the Six from Last Straw Distillery. That was a really interesting bottle. This is another one that I lost the neck pour for, so I didn't bother doing a shoulder pour. This one, it's almost as though it couldn't figure out if it wanted to be a bourbon or a Canadian whiskey. But still a very good juice. 56%. It's like 3 years old, I think. Yeah, aged 3 years. So, I mean, it's young, but we're no longer living in a world where young is necessarily a bad thing. Nice notes, nice sweetness, but not a synthetic caramel sweetness. It's got some bite to it. Nice color. May contain sediment. Non-chill filtered, no color added. Boom, winner. Anyways, that's it. That's my whiskey of the year. That's a little bit of what moved and shook my channel this year. I hope it wasn't too boring. And it's going to be a rough and ready video. Quickly edited on my phone and put it up. But I hope that 2022 treats us all much, much better than 2021 did. I hope that my channel will grow and that I can bring more production value to my videos. And that I get to taste many, many more good whiskeys. So, that's all she wrote. Thanks for hanging out with me for this kind of long video in the end. As I always say, if you like what I'm doing here, then please do the following 3 things. 1, comment down below. What's your whiskey of the year? Not necessarily your favorite whiskey of the year, but the one that opened your eyes the most. 2, share this video. That helps me more than you could possibly imagine. And 3, leave me a smiley thumb. If you don't like what I'm doing, that's alright. Leave me a frowny thumb. Thanks for watching, guys.